but America, the market is vast. Have you got clicks?
No, it's just heavy, isn't it?
Jesus Christ.
What? What?
You.
What have I done now?
Post-lunch chuckles. Oh, fucking hell. You're like a teenager. Oh, these headphones are so heavy. Oh, why can't I have earbuds? California's that.
California awake.
I tell you what, California knows how to party. I'll tell you again. California knows how to party. In the city of Watts, particularly. In the city of LA.
Yeah, of LA.
And in the city of Compton. They keep it rocking.
Yeah. All right, I'm ready. I've got some shit I want to talk about.
Oh, nice.
Welcome to the 5-Star Podcast. I'm Charlie.
And I'm John. And this week I'm asking Charlie to judge Tesla.
Okay. Exciting. And I will use my years of expertise in business operations and finance to decide if Tesla are guilty of the accusations levelled at it from its reviews.
Yeah. And I thought these were all going to be good reviews, but they're not.
Good. That's stunning news for me. Time of record, or date of record, is Friday the 24th of January 2025. And I think everybody has been watching Elon Musk perform awful things on stage that have now just been spread all over social medias. So I'm pleased that Tesla isn't getting reviewed well.
But let's just say the message that's coming up now is specifically for Elon's lawyers.
Our opinions are based on reviews which have not been verified.
We don't intend to harm the reputation of any business or individual.
Now, over to this lovely app.
I need to put it out there. I'm not an Elon fanboy.
Sure.
I was for a little bit when I thought he founded PayPal. I'm like, that guy's clever.
He didn't found it though.
No, he didn't. He invested with the money probably that his dad had given him from the diamond mine that he owned in South Africa.
Ah, okay.
So I'm like that. Okay, he's just a posho.
Yeah, he is.
A clever one, perhaps. But yeah, and I thought Tesla are great cars. They are phenomenal cars.
Have you driven one?
Yeah.
Where?
I was one of the early test drivers because I'm an influencer.
God.
Genuinely, that's why they wanted me to drive one.
Do they really?
Yeah, they were like that because you're big on social media. I'm like that. I've got 900 LinkedIn followers.
You've got way more than that.
Yeah, but at the time I had 900.
Oh, right, okay.
But I got to test drive one. It was at a Marco Pierre White restaurant.
That's quite cool.
Yeah, and I took Steve and Josh, who we used to work with.
Oh, lovely.
And they sat in the back while I drove around Bath at speeds that were approaching the national speed limit in the UK.
Yeah, I can imagine, because I've been in a car with you, because you also owned your own electric car, didn't you? A Polestar.
Yeah.
And that was, again, within the national speed limit.
Of course. Apart from on some private roads.
But you did.
Maybe.
You did absolutely rag that car around.
Yeah.
So I can imagine what you did in a Tesla.
And he's like that. Which one do you want to test drive? I'm like that. Can I have the sportiest one? And he's like that. Oh, I've got to find the keys. I can't find the keys. I'm like that. Oh, and you know me. I'm like that. Okay, well, that's fine. I'll just take the normal one. He's like that. Oh, no. You need to go in the sporty one.
Sick.
And we did it. And at the bit where I just did a takeoff from 0 to 100 to 60, we were all prepared and ready. And he said, what you wouldn't believe is the speed between 30 to 100 miles an hour.
Right.
And so we were cruising along at 30, and he said, give us a countdown of 3, 2, 1 with when you're going to hit the pedal. Because he said, you guys in the back, make sure you've got your necks against the headrest.
Incredible.
And Steve thought that was bullshit, so didn't do it, and I hurt his neck. It's just 30 to 70 was fucking insane. It was like a second.
Okay, and what was the Tesla called that you drove? I can't.
It was the big one.
I can't picture that.
It was the first one they made, the Model S.
Yeah.
And it was I don't know, can't remember, but it had red brakes, all of that shit. I nearly bought one. I didn't buy one, but my mate Darren, who's coming down on Saturday and listens to the pod. Hello, Darren.
Hi, Darren.
I love it when we shout people out.
Yeah, I love shouting people out. Loyal listeners.
Yeah, and good mates.
Yeah.
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 But so Darren's coming down, and he was going to get a new car. He was going to get like I don't know, something really cool because he's done very well for himself. Darren.
Right. Okay. Nice.
He's been running his own business since he
Single?
was 16. No, but I would say you could turn his head, Chuckles. Oh, yeah. You could, I mean, you turn a lot of people's heads. And Darren's you would turn in a heartbeat.
Very cute.
But yeah, so I said to him, mate, go and test drive a Tesla. And he was at the point in his tax year where he was like that, I need to get rid of this chunk because otherwise we've got a problem.
Yeah.
And that afternoon he went and test drove a Tesla and he dropped it on the Tesla immediately. He was like that. That's what I need.
He loved it that much.
And then he was like that. Oh, I didn't realise it had self-drive and all of this other stuff.
So they are amazing to drive them.
Stunning.
Okay.
Absolutely stunning. I mean, if you love, which I do.
Sure.
But also the immediate torque from an electric car is incredible. And Tesla are particularly good at it.
Okay.
And I really wanted to buy a Model 3. I'm so glad I didn't buy a Model 3. I was telling you earlier that my mate has got a Tesla and she's just ordered a new one. She's cancelled the order and she's ordering a Polestar, which is Volvo's version of an electric car.
Yeah.
That isn't Volvo.
Because people are going to be moving away from Tesla.
She's appalled at that guy.
Yeah, of course. And
I mean, he was already questionable.
Very odd.
Yeah. Well, and he was already platforming racists and far-right figures.
But before that.
Before all of this.
Yeah, because that's quite a recent development, is it not?
Well, no, when he bought Twitter, he re-platformed a lot of people who've been banned.
But even pre-Twitter...
Yeah, pre-Twitter, I don't know what he was like in terms of
always
politics.
Came across weird, though.
Oh, weird,
as a human. Yeah. Not political thoughts, but yeah, now.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Yeah. So.
And how does it work with Tesla, though? Like, is he still an owner of Tesla? Because he's not even Mr. Tesla, is he?
I think he. Oh, yeah. I don't think they want him as the figurehead anymore. I don't know. I think it's. Isn't he? Is he the owner or is it public? It's on the stock market, but he must have a majority shareholding.
He wasn't even the OG, though, was he?
No, he bought into it.
Yeah.
And then they floated it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's not even. What has he done? Good. He's a good investor.
Yeah, he's a good investor.
He knows when to put money into things.
Yeah, and when he does, he probably. I mean, I'm not. All of the best people in business seem to be cunts, right?
Yeah.
There are very few
annoyingly.
that aren't super cutthroat and all of that kind of stuff. And he's one of the ones who is able to make those tough decisions and all of that kind of stuff. When I say that, I'm being really diplomatic. I don't like the way people do business most of the time, particularly him. Like, there are better ways to deal with human beings than the way most businesses and banks deal with them.
Well, and if the only priority isn't profit, then you can have quite a balanced business.
Yeah.
You might not ever be as rich as Jeff or Elon.
No.
But you could be very rich.
Yeah.
And just not be an arsehole.
Yeah. Yes, that would. Yeah, I mean that's important.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not wealthy, but I'm not as I kind of am an arsehole, but not in an employer way. Yeah,
in a good way.
Exactly. On this podcast, I'm about 50% of the amount of arsehole I am in real life.
Wow, we talked about this yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah.
We were laughing at how filtered we are on here, and then actually watching it back, you're like, it's still kind of outrageous at points.
Yeah.
But you should hear what we say when these cameras and mics are off.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. But I mean, to continue to listen to this because this is probably our real personalities.
Yeah.
Apart from it's like your mum's in the room.
Yeah, it is.
Your mum's always in my room. Not your. I was saying it
I
down
was
the
going to
barrel.
say.
Not yours.
Mine's dead.
Yeah. No. I know. Do you remember how I ignored it when you said that at the Christmas episode? I was like, just move on. How
Which is
cruel
weird
is
because
that?
your mum's dead.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's an
Yeah,
uncomfortable
but I don't think when you go,
situation.
my mum's dead, someone's supposed to go, snap!
Oh, I do.
Dead mum.
Yeah, DMC,
Actually,
Dead Mum Club.
Dead Mum Club. Katie, listener. Hi, Katie. She's in the Dead Dad Club, which she likes to roll out at strategic points if she needs to.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's because my dad's dead.
Yeah, nice. Good work, Katie. Great work.
Great work. Back to Tesla.
Yes.
I'm going to give you some. Shall I talk to you about electric vehicles worldwide? Oh my God,
Sure.
that sounds like me coming onto a woman in a bar.
Yeah.
Hello. Do you like electric vehicle facts? Would you like a Bacardi and Coke?
I'd have walked off already.
Yeah, of course you would. In 2025, the revenue in the electric vehicles market is projected to reach a staggering how much worldwide?
Oh, God, come on. I've got 3 billion?
No, it's in hundreds of billion.
Oh, right, okay. 200 billion.
829, actually, rounding it up. 829 billion. That's
Sorry.
electric vehicle sales in the world. This isn't AI. This is from Statistica, which is just rounds up other stuff.
Yeah.
Statista, sorry. And in 2023, electric vehicles had about 14% market share, and therefore, but that's eaten into the 100% market share of
Vehicles.
normal vehicles, ICE vehicles they call them in electric internal combustion engine.
Okay,
ICE vehicles.
nice.
And that is it is predicted by RMI Energy, which is a think tank in the US, which is about better energy usage. It's predicted that by about 2027, EVs will start outselling ICE vehicles around the world.
2027.
2027.
That's interesting because I want to get an electric.
Yeah, they're so good. I mean, apart from the range thing. But
I don't drive far.
yeah, exactly. Most people don't. That's why the range thing is a kind of a fallacy. But if you really were driving far and you could put up with the fact that a Nazi owned the business, you could buy a Tesla Model 3 and they go 400 or 500 miles.
Yeah,
But the new Renaults go real far.
I would never buy a Renault
Wouldn't you? Why not?
because they're French.
So you wouldn't buy a French car because
I've just been
burned by French cars.
No, just told repeatedly throughout my whole life you should never buy French cars.
Renault, small Renaults.
Oh no.
I think they're the exception to the rule. Also, I love Renault 4s. That's my favourite car. So
Oh right, okay.
I actually think we're going to have to end this podcast.
And have a fight.
Yeah, exactly. The new Renault 5, car of the year 2024.
No, I'd get a Volkswagen electric.
Of course you would, because you got the haircut, you fucking nuts. Not all Germans. Well, very few actually. Only members of the AFD, who we don't like.
Yep. Anyway, more sector facts.
Yeah, small sector facts. Okay, which country in the world has the most EV drivers per capita?
China.
No, per capita. So, in 100 people, there's... You know what per capita means. Why am I explaining that? Good guess, but that's
Norway.
the smallest. Yes! We might do a little tangent. Do you know why that is?
Because they're legends.
Yes.
That's-
Do you know why they're legends in the EV world?
Didn't they? Is this going to be about the guy? Yeah, okay.
Shall I tell you or no?
Yeah, say it.
Okay.
Because I don't know it well enough to repeat it, but
Okay.
we have had this chat.
So, the band from the 80s called Aha, who did Take On Me, Take On Me.
Yep.
Morton Harkett. He was a huge heartthrob in the 80s. In fact, all of them were. My cousin Caroline loved Mags, the keyboard player.
Okay. They Norwegian.
Norwegian. And Morton Harkett bought an electric car like in the early 2000s, maybe late 90s. I mean, it was ages ago. And it was a converted Fiat Panda. And the back seats had
Gross.
been taken out to make room for the batteries.
Okay.
It had a range of about 20 miles.
Great.
And would charge on effectively a normal house plug.
Yeah,
And
great.
so you had a long
Like a
extension
hairdryer.
lead. Yeah. And so he drove around Norway, not paying any of the tolls on the road, not paying road tax,
Yeah.
and not paying any parking.
Great.
Because he's like, this is an electric car. I'm not killing the planet. I shouldn't pay these things because people who drive electric cars shouldn't pay these things.
Yeah.
Obviously, they should pay road tax because they have to pay for the
Sure.
for the roads. But effectively, he was saying we shouldn't petrol cars, diesel cars. So he drove around, picking up parking tickets and fines at tolls and all of that kind of stuff. And then rolling up to people's houses going, hello, I've run out of electricity in my electric car.
He was getting fined at the toll places.
Yeah.
Right, okay, yeah.
And so then people would charge because he's Morton Harkett, he's a big star. So he'd be allowed to charge. And then he wouldn't pay anything. They would, and the first time it all came to a head, they said, if you don't pay, we'll repossess the car. And so he let them repossess the car. And he thought, well, that's it. I'm done. I've done my little protest. And then he was on the government website, which sells assets that the government owns but doesn't want. And he saw his car for sale at auction.
He rebought it.
He went, and of course, no one wants to buy a Fiat Panda with no back seats but only batteries that does 15 miles.
Yeah, great.
So he rebought it, and he repeated the process for years until everyone went, you know what?
We should
Now electric cars are good.
Yeah.
We should definitely not have to pay for parking. We shouldn't pay as much road tax and all of that kind of stuff.
So they just put all the infrastructure in place.
Put all the infrastructure in place because of pop star Morton
I
Harkett.
love that.
Yeah, and they are like easily. I'm going to put the graph up. But they are easily like twice as much
Oh, wow.
per capita of anyone else.
Iceland as well,
Iceland, there, Sweden, California. It knows how to party and it knows how to buy electric cars. It does not know how to not catch on fire.
It's interesting that those Nordic countries doing that.
Yeah, Netherlands, Germany's doing really well in the electric
Yeah,
cars.
nice.
That's because Volkswagen have finally pulled their finger out, and Audi, I suppose.
Yeah.
So that's electric car facts.
Lovely.
I could talk about this for ages, so I won't.
Yeah, you could.
'Cause I'm a nerd.
Right up your street,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. But the next section, you start to put on the wig of the judge now, don't you? Because we're going to do...
I'm going to start listening to the reviews.
Yeah, but your first verdict is website or Webshite. And I'm going to show Charlie the Tesla website. She has 10 seconds or less to make a decision on whether she likes it. And I tend to make that decision based a lot on emotion before I realise that I can or can't see the useful calls to action, which I suspect is how most of us use websites. Charlie, do you have the timer ready?
I do. Yeah, I can't see your screen either.
3, 2, 1. Website or Webshite?
I don't even need the 10 seconds. Website.
Website it is, isn't it?
It's fucking lovely.
Yeah.
It's really sick.
Yeah, it is really good.
That's really nice.
It looks
That's
lovely.
A beautiful website.
Oh, it's got
Do
great
you know what?
video.
I'm really pleased about that because now that we've been looking at some like more infamous or well-known brands, places, businesses, I felt their websites ample but lacking, like sufficient, but not sexy. When they obviously have the budget and the funds to do it, this is...
Yeah, it's sexy,
It's
isn't
sexy as hell, yeah.
I mean, even when you see a Cybertruck on it at one point, even the Cybertruck looks
Just
sexy.
like the video's cool.
And the Cybertruck
It's so simple as well.
Yeah,
It's a
really
very simple site.
Picture of the car, order now, learn more. Picture of another car, order now, learn more.
Yeah. Rinse and repeat.
Really good. Okay, so it's a website for...
One sec. Good to go.
Oh, were you doing a little burp?
No, I did a massive yawn.
Oh. I can just cut away.
You might have to do that.
Okay, but I'm going to cut back to you when you swallow that big glass of water, because otherwise it'll look weird. While I'm speaking, there's just a sound of a drain. Charlie drinking water. She's like, sounds like an anaconda eating an antelope. Don't spill the water, there's electronics. She's also got a cough. It's just a joy to be in a room with the woman.
I've been ill.
She has been ill. And now she must listen to some Tesla reviews.
Yeah, and not yawn.
Yeah, not yawn. It is electric cars, so she might because she's a decent human. So, we're gonna in a minute. We're gonna do a little bit. We're gonna do a little bit of flirting away from Google. Because I can't think of the right word.
Okay,
we're gonna use trust. We're gonna use trust. Let Grandad speak. You know he's slower than everybody else. We're going to look at Trustpilot.
I just snorted then.
So we're going to look at Trustpilot later.
Okay, nice.
which
Mixing it, yeah.
Where I've said, could you tell me reviews for Tesla in the UK?
Yeah.
It's giving me reviews for Tesla all over
Oh,
the
so
world.
specific. Oh, has it? Okay.
Yes, but to begin with, we're going to look at the Tesla showroom in Dartford, which is incred. No, don't want to do that quite yet. Oh, yeah, I do.
Dartford, Essex.
Dartford, Kent. Yeah,
Kent,
I think,
Kent,
where the
yeah.
tunnel and the Queen Elizabeth Bridge is.
Yeah, Kent.
So, it has 408 reviews
Okay.
with a 4.3 batting average.
It's not too bad.
It is not too bad. And it's a car brand. They're often...
And are they... Is it predominantly the vehicle or the actual showroom itself? Like the experience of buying from there, or is it about the vehicles?
Bit of both.
Okay, nice.
Bit of both.
Okay, so that's maybe where their 4.3 is coming from.
Yeah, maybe. The top 10 words that Google has associated with all of these
the top
reviews
10 words, yeah.
are, starting at the top or the bottom, where would you like me to start from?
Yeah, least to most.
Okay, so the least most popular word, is cost, then job,
Yeah,
then warranty,
okay.
information, brand, charging, coffee, questions, team, test drive.
That's quite weird.
Yeah.
Coffee's weird.
Yeah, that's people clearly going in and going, ooh, coffee in a showroom.
Yeah. What you said, what was the third word you said?
Warranty,
No, fourth word?
information,
No. It's
brand, charging, coffee, questions, team, test
No.
drive, job.
job. Why the hell is job in there?
Don't know. It's used
That's really
multiple times.
random.
Oh, I can click on it.
Yeah, it'll bring up all
Oh,
the reviews.
wow.
Have you not done that
brilliant.
yet?
No.
Oh, mate. Just so you know, that's going to make your research so much better.
Okay. Yeah, brilliant. That's great. Well done. That's come up. The first one that's come up is from... Oh,
Who's it from?
it's given me some great names.
Has it?
Jack Blunt.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's a blunt,
I
But
see
he
what
also-
you're saying. I see what you're saying.
he's also Jack. He's
Jack Blunt's cool name.
Jack Blunt is minor criminal. Local guide, 17 reviews. I don't believe you're a minor criminal, Jack, but you've just got a very cool name. He was upset that if a job takes less than 4 hours, they now don't offer credit or a replacement car. You have to,
Right, okay. A job to fix. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense to me now.
They seemed happy for me to add more jobs for them to work on. Blah, 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 blah. That's from Ben Cons. I bet he does. I bet he does. 5-star reviews. A 5-star review from 5 years ago.
Yeah.
5 years ago, Tesla was like at its peak, I think.
Wasn't
because
it?
was
Yeah.
really early days.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are some 5-star reviews. Ben Cons is as good an example as any. Let me read it. So I spent the best part of a day enjoying the facilities of the customer lounge.
Why?
That's given me a horrible mental image that
Fucking
he's...
go home, you idiot.
Yeah, but also it feels to me like he's in a white toweling robe and those white toweling slippers that you get in spas.
Like in a spa, yeah. Just
And if you're
walking
walking at the
around.
wrong time, you're like that.
God.
Oh, I can see Ben Con's prick. Mate, pull the gown together.
Why haven't you got swimming shorts on?
Yeah, exactly. Why are you enjoying the lounge facilities like it's a spa? Customer lounge while my car was in the workshop. Friendly, happy staff kept me informed and seemed happy for me to add jobs on for them to work on. They also have the cleanest workshop I've ever seen. True. Great service.
Yeah, hang on though, just quickly. It's because there's not fucking petrol and
Yeah.
engine oil and
There's
all of that shit everywhere.
Hardly any brake dust
It's-
because they've
it's
got
es-
engine braking.
It's
Oh, not
essentially
engine.
like opening up a tower PC, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where,
Yeah.
So of course it's clean.
Yeah, it's glorious. That's the thing I really love about
Okay.
EVs. Never have to have your brakes checked because you just turn on regenerative braking, and when you lift your foot off the pedal, the engine brakes so hard that the brake lights go on and it just charges the batteries up. It's glorious.
Oh man, I really want one now.
Yeah, so cheap to run eventually. Expensive to buy, but cheaper to run.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good example, and that's a great. I mean, that's true of pretty much any Tesla garage, I would think, and certainly nearly any electric car garage. So that's the good one that I'm going to read. There are more, obviously,
Sure.
but we're here to drill into the problems so that we can help
Yeah.
Tesla.
Sure.
We just want to help. So, Robin Harris, and I don't know if we've ever come across anybody like Robin who feels that they're forced to give a review that's higher than they want. Let me tell you what he says to begin the review. I don't know whether you've ever heard this.
Okay.
If I could give 0 stars,
Yes!
I would.
That's our favourite start to a review.
Absolutely diabolical sales experience between this branch and Lex Autolease.
Okay.
Having used Lex Autolease, that they are a nightmare to deal with.
Oh,
in my
really?
opinion. Yeah. Oh, mate. I can't stand them.
Oh, right, okay.
Two or three cars through
So
them
for
have been
Robin
awful.
to say that Tesla's worse...
Yeah, well, it's saying that between them, they're awful, which I would imagine they are.
Oh, okay.
This review is from 9 months ago, so it's much more recent. But I'm bringing it up because sometimes, we like to give life coaching to these people.
I love it, yeah.
And I apologise if on any of these angles you can see how much I'm spitting today, but I've just drunk some tea and I'm salivating wildly. Now I've thought about it, it's even wetter in my mouth.
So, honestly, you just need to not think about it because we've already got clips of you saying this.
Okay.
More than once.
Okay, sorry. I just have a really wet mouth. Is that a turn on for people?
Sure.
Is it a turn on for you, Charlie?
No.
I thought as much. So let's get back to Robin. Not content with having 0 interest in the customer journey to the extent that the guy I dealt with insisted on referring to me by my first name at the initial test drive without so much as any formalities, and wandered off on a couple of occasions to deal with other customers quite brazenly while mid-conversation with me, who I might also referred to by first name. Oh, I just need to go and sort Ashley's test drive, for example. I really don't think it's great to literally bugger off mid-sales conversation. And 2, why use this guy's first name as well, as if it's even relevant, let alone professional? Robin does not like to be addressed by his first name.
I think that's weird. I really like it.
Yeah.
But then I'm a very informal person.
Yeah. I hate it when people call me Mr. Payne.
Well, because I always remember you talking about your experience of going to test drive the Polestar, and when they welcomed you and Nick, they were like, "Oh, John, Nick, you guys are here. That's great." And you were like, "This is a great
next
experience."
level. Yeah.
This is a very formal person.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Doesn't like being talked to by his first name until the formalities are out of the way. I imagine Robin probably takes 8 weeks to engage in foreplay.
Yeah, I was going to say.
He's going to first off, it requires a letter.
How quickly is that going to happen?
Yeah. Anyway, once the test drive is complete, the other reviews are right. There's no pushy sales tactics, but what I experienced was utter disinterest bordering on arrogance. When asking about placing orders and wanting to discuss finance options rather than a helpful conversation, Joe simply pulls up the Tesla website as any member of the public would do at home. Again, this is how you're buying stuff in the world these days.
It really is.
All of their information is on the website.
Yeah, and their website's stunning. We've already looked at it. We loved it.
But if you go to IKEA to buy a kitchen, okay, they've got the design thing there.
But they take you back to the site.
Yeah, they take you to the site to look at the
I
stuff.
had that at IKEA recently.
Yeah.
But also, what a great way to have a fantastic website that is also a tool for your teams to use.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to have...
two systems.
You don't have to have 2 systems. I think it's great.
Operations and finance over here. Killing it. You might be concerned that Robin hasn't told us anything about Lex Autolease yet.
Right. I wasn't, but sure.
But Robin says, I'll be leaving a separate review for Lex.
Okay.
For their part in this utter shambles, which is good because I guess if anyone's bothered to get to this point, it's nice that Robin leaves a signpost to say where his review finishes with them. Needless to say, Tesla's an amazing product, but their sales staff, particularly at this branch, really need to have a good word with themselves.
Interesting, because what I got from that is they're really informal and friendly with you. They take you to a great website to be able to talk you through any information, because they're not going to all be experts in absolutely everything. They're going to be well trained in customer service, and they're not pushy.
Yeah.
Ideal.
And I'm just going to leave
That's
you with this
exactly
car
what
while
I
I go
want.
and sort out Ashley's test
Of
drive.
course,
You're fine, aren't you, Robin?
Yeah. This guy wanted to be treated. I mean, they're not cheap, are they, Teslas?
No, top end.
Like 70k.
Yeah, for a big one.
For the shell.
Big one. Yeah,
for the big one. So you know, it is a sizable amount of money, although he's going to whinge about Lex Auto Lease, so he's leasing it.
Yeah.
Even still, going to be a sizable financial commitment.
Yeah.
He wanted to be treated like a king, didn't he?
Like he just was opening an account at Coots.
Yeah. That was the experience he was
Hello,
looking
Mr. Harris.
for.
What a joy and delight for you to bring us your
No,
business.
That's just not the way of the world anymore.
No, I think poor old Robin is stuck in the 1960s, 1950s.
Maybe later than that. I mean, yeah, I'm going to say Robin's in his 60s or 70s.
Yeah, probably. I've been in sales since the early 90s. And when I started in sales, I rarely ever called it. You could sense by the tone of their voice when I was on the phone doing telesales how old they were. You could get a guess of that.
Yeah.
And so if they sounded like they were in their 50s, in the 90s, I would call them, oh, is that Mr.
Right,
or
okay,
Mrs.
nice.
Or Ms.
Yeah.
But normally I'd just go, oh, is that Chris? Or whoever.
Yeah. But if someone's older, there needs to have that formality there.
Yeah, but that's been like if I was doing that in the 90s,
yeah.
we're now what, 30 years later,
I
basically?
think it takes a long time for that stuff to move forward though.
Yeah. But so this guy's probably in his 80s. That he's not, people haven't been calling him by his first name. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
How the man's left a Google review when he's that ancient.
Yeah, well, that's why I said 60s.
Yeah, okay, fair one. So that's one review for you to slot into your judgment filing cabinet. The next one is from Mark Harrison.
Okay.
And anybody whose first name's Mark makes me think that I need to go Mark Harrison. Oh, I'd give him 10 out of 10. Because the word. Anyway.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
It's just a thing I do in my head. I shouldn't talk out loud about it.
Yeah, that's an intrusive thought. Keep it in.
3 months ago, gave it 1 star. The gift that just keeps on giving.
Uh-oh.
Service issues include, thank you, Mark Harrison, for leaving a bulleted list.
Yeah, nice.
Key replacement that subsequently disabled the spare. Once they disabled the courtesy car in error whilst it was on loan. Because that happens a lot. Not that, but you'll get an update over the air and your car is suddenly different a bit the next day.
Oh, see, I don't think I'd like that.
Oh, you'll love it because it's always an improvement.
Okay.
But yeah, the fact that they can disable it.
Yeah, that's nuts.
That's a bit scary. And doing it, I mean, that's just so shit because you're going to only be able to fix that on the app.
Yeah,
and that's going to take ages for someone in first line support to fix. Tesla laptop was left in the car for collection. Would have kept it. Only offering waiting appointments for a job that takes 4 days. So saying you can come in, you can have an appointment, but you must stay with the car if the job took less than 4 days.
That's
which is bizarre.
Insane.
App shit, I would think.
Yeah.
Trim left off for collection. So bumpers and shit not there. Inability to identify and fix the same issue in 4 years. Car left in service mode, so it couldn't be collected after hours as promised, because all Tesla centres are 24 hours. Because you can just walk up with your key and your Tesla will be there in the car park and you'll be good.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah. Not if they leave it in service mode so you can't drive it. So your Uber's just driven off and you're in fucking the middle of nowhere near Dartford.
Oh my God. This is so advanced. Like, these are all advancements I hadn't even thought about.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about the fact that they don't use fuel.
Yeah, no, it's just because they don't use fuel and the security is therefore different.
It's a smartphone that you can drive.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Most of them you can use your phone as the key.
Oh my goodness.
Which obviously Nick, my wife, has been saying we should be doing for like the last 10 years.
Yeah.
So that when's it going to come a point where I can just wave my phone at my house and it unlocks my house? Because that's much more secure than my key. Can you? But but you can't just buy it easily, can you?
Yeah.
No, okay, cool. You can do it.
Yeah.
There you go, Nick. When you eventually listen to this in 25 years.
I'll send you a link.
Oh, cool. Oh, she'll love that.
Yeah.
And finally, from Mark, he says, the receptionist who went to find out something then never came back. I was considering calling the missing persons line. Use Gatwick instead.
Okay.
So he thinks that these service issues are mainly to do with Dartford.
Yeah, he thinks that's so. He doesn't see it tarnishing Tesla as a brand. It's actually about that specific place. Well, they do sound like maybe silly human errors, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like not putting the trim back on.
Yeah.
That's obviously
someone's
a human
gone.
error.
Oh, that's his job.
Not changing it from service mode back to user mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
The receptionist
it's
forgetting to come back
That's
because
crappy staff.
Yeah.
The old classic.
Yeah, it is. Train
Yeah.
your staff better.
Yeah.
Hire better.
Yeah.
And then John Spencer, a year ago, not John Spencer from the John Spencer Blues explosion. Don't think it is John Spencer, actually. Anyway, certainly not him. He's never exploded in a blues style.
Okay.
The cars are great, but the servicing is terrible. Space, exclamation mark.
Okay.
Don't do that, John. You put the exclamation mark next to the last letter of the
Yes.
final word of the sentence.
But I think it accentuates it if you move it away. I can't see where it is.
First sentence of the review.
Yeah, I would do that.
Would you?
For exaggeration.
You're an idiot. Messages only, you can't talk to anyone. They won't reply to any questions you have. So take your car in and nothing, 2 exclamation marks, right next to the end of the word. Consistency, John. Most main dealerships will give you a time frame or let you know what's going on. But at Tesla, you get nothing. Once again, the normal use of an exclamation mark.
Right.
Great cars, but Tesla, you need to do better on after sales.
Right.
Exclamation mark right next to it. So he's not consistent in his use of exclamation points. But I think I don't know, sounds like his judgment on
Fair
that
point.
is reasonable.
Yeah. It feels like that's the themes, isn't it? That actually the product is really good.
Yeah.
People love the product and the technology, but it's the humans fucking it up.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So that's all of the Google reviews.
Yeah. You're going to head over to Trustpilot.
Yeah.
Nice, okay.
So the first review I see on Trustpilot is from... it's got 1.9 stars on Trustpilot for Tesla worldwide.
That's the lowest.
Yeah. Well, it's almost as low as the hotel where there was the drugs in the drawer from from earlier in this season.
1.9.
1.9.
That's so bad.
Yeah.
That's Tesla worldwide.
There is only one page of reviews that have happened since Elon did his Nazi salute. I'll read you the first one that came up after that. Absolutely pure evil. 1 star.
Good. Stunning.
Thank you, Michael Connors from Ireland, for your work.
Lovely.
But all of the other ones, I'm just going to read you.
Absolutely pure evil.
Absolutely
Fair
pure
though.
evil. Yeah. There's a 5-star one that's better than expected, which I'm amazed by. Well worth it, according to Jamie859126. Come on, Jamie.
Why do people
Unless
do that?
actually, Jamie859126 could be one of the children he's had with Grimes.
Yeah, it could be. Could be another one of his kids.
Yeah. But most people are saying stuff like Nikki W from Great Britain, who's saying, great cars, terrible customer service. The worst car company experience in 40 years, says Maruccio Spinola. Wow, I didn't check that before I read it.
Gorgeous name.
Gorgeous name. Weird. Ron, simply Ron.
Yeah, nice. I like
I
that.
think we all know who Ron is.
Yeah.
His review is ordered wall charger in app, 1 star.
What?
I think he's ordered a Tesla Powerwall. You can
Yeah,
get a
but
big
why would that be a 1 star?
perhaps it didn't arrive. Ron doesn't go on to tell us.
Okay.
He's clearly
It's not
just
helpful, Ron.
Yeah.
That's not helpful at all. I've got to pass judgment here. I need more facts. You have to remove that evidence, I'm afraid.
Okay, strike that from the record.
Yeah, strike that from the record because I need more context.
Sorry, Your Honour.
If I can't question the witness.
Okay, so Baker Meyer from the USA. This is the last review I'm going to give you to pass judgment on.
I was just, as soon as you said that, I thought that name's backwards, and then it's an American.
Yeah, and
They
it's
said
not
most
Meyer,
backwards.
M-I-A, it's M-E-Y-E-R.
Oh, wow.
Like Oscar Mayer
That
Wieners.
is that's 2 last names.
It's not, yeah, I was going to say it's no first names.
Yeah, that's 2 last names.
2
and I do
last
not know
names.
how I feel about that, but that is American as hell.
So I was just thinking, don't ever trust anyone that has 2 first names. And if you don't know what that means, I mean, someone with their last name as their first name too. And even when they has two first names, it'll never turn out right. There's always something. They're either assholes. There's always something wrong with them. Everyone I came across at least. So please beware of people with two first names. Assholes.
Is it better than
Two first names.
Barclay Knight from a couple of episodes ago?
Barclay Knight is two
last
last names as well. I didn't even think about that. As I
But
was
Barclay
saying it.
Knight's there's an elegance about it. Baker Meyer,
Yeah, I'd rather be called Barclay Knight than Baker Meyer.
yeah. Also, anybody who's been to America goes to Oscar Mayer immediately. Oscar Mayer wieners.
I've been to America. I don't know what you're saying.
You've never had an Oscar Mayer wiener?
No.
Look like you need one, love. They're a kind of sausage.
No, I've never had one.
Oh, have one when you're next there.
Well, I won't be going for at least 4 years.
Oh, and also you're a vegetarian.
Oh, yeah, that.
I think Oscar Mayer wieners are made of all of the scrapings from
Yeah,
the
no
pig
thanks.
abattoir.
No thanks.
So Baker Meyer, he's
Yeah.
left 2 reviews. They're from the USA. This one's from November 2024. I'm just going to open up both of his reviews, actually, or their reviews. They are both 1 star.
Okay.
So for Tesla, 1 star. They provided excellent service, and their guidance has generated great response. Customers can truly get great stuff from your service. You are the best. Keep it up, and I say 1,000 thanks. For context, let me give you Baker Meyer's review
Thank you.
of
Because that was a bit weird.
Monumental Sphere.
Oh, what's that?
Monumental Sphere is... it's closed, unfortunately, whatever it was, according to Trustpilot. We'll never know. So just imagine what it was, and maybe Baker Meyer's review will provide us
What would
with an
Monumental
idea.
Sphere be?
Don't know. But his...
Just guess from the review.
yeah.
Okay.
His review, their review, excuse me, from also the same week, from the same day in November, the 22nd of November.
Okay.
Apparently, they visited it on the 11th of November 2024, according to Trustpilot, or used it. Their 1-star review is MerseyHipCom, and I've said it like that because it's all in capitals with a space between each letter. MerseyHipCom, all one word. And then the review goes on to say, remember, it's a 1-star review. Excellent service. Their counsel has produced impressive feedback. You are a service that offers clients truly incredible things. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. You are the greatest.
Not real. Bot.
No.
Bot error.
Yeah, I think what
Bot
we're seeing...
error.
What I'm really looking forward to is in future episodes diving more into Trustpilot so we can have bot or not
Oh.
formats just popping off the top of my dome.
Yeah, nice. Bot or not's good.
Bot or not.
That screams bot to me. That's
Yeah.
malfunctioned.
Also, it's malfunctioned because it's giving 1 stars but saying excellent.
Yeah, that does not make sense to me.
So I presume the Council for the Defence is going to ask you to strike those once again from the record.
Yeah, they're definitely made up.
So yeah, what's your verdict on
Well,
Tesla?
I mean, clearly have a superior product.
Yep.
There's no debating that.
Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it?
But I think they're obviously being brought down by humans.
Yeah.
So whether it's poor customer service or poor performance by like their mechanical team, sounds like there's a few gaps.
Yeah.
But I think when you're a brand like that, I'm really surprised it's 1.9 on Trustpilot.
I think Trustpilot is it's the Wild West, I think, of reviews.
Okay.
I think we need to drill into it.
It's the sewer.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, we need to drill into it. So I'd go with the Google ones, which is more like 4.6.
Yeah, okay, so that feels fair to me. And I think those reviews, apart from Robin, who was clearly a knob and needs to calm down
Yeah.
a bit.
Or just
He
go
needs to
and
relax.
go and buy a Ford something or other,
Sure.
where they'll definitely call you Mr. Something
Yeah.
and be wearing a shiny suit.
Yeah, do that. But I think all of the other reviews are probably accurate.
Yeah.
So guilty as charged.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, guilty. And
John's no longer making eye contact with me or interacting in the conversation properly because he's bringing up the business astrologer,
that's right. Thank you.
Simon Novichok. who is our resident business astrologer, who gives strategic and spiritual advice for running businesses based on your star signs.
Yeah. And I think...
He's back in the room.
What, only for a minute? Oh, no. He's learning.
Yeah.
Simon...
Simon had a couple of weeks off. He was back last week, actually. He's well rested.
And he's come back renewed, and I've only had to ask him one question, and he's given me...
Everything you needed.
Everything I need.
Stunning.
Used to have to ask him multiple questions.
At some point, Simon will just do the whole pod for us.
And no one will know that it's AI.
No one will know the difference.
Actually, he doesn't sound AI-ish. There are some tropes in what he says, but there are tropes in what all astrologers say.
Yeah,
Venus is rising.
That sounds better than some of the clearly bot reviews. That have come up.
Way better.
Yeah.
This is great. This is
Okay.
great news.
Lovely.
So, I've asked Simon what would be the best star sign to run an EV car company.
Okay.
Because what he does is he tells us who would be best to run the company that we're looking at that week, and then he gives us a horoscope that if you are also that star sign, you can take away and apply it to your week. And
Stunning.
this week is for Aquarius.
Okay.
Because to run an EV car company, you need to be innovative and visionary. And you know how you get that? If you're ruled, like Aquarians, by Uranus. Isn't that great?
You're such a simple man.
I love Uranus.
You're such a simple man, aren't you?
Yeah. Who was it? Oh, the people who bought my agency.
Yeah.
After we'd done the deal. No, before we'd done the deal, and I was trying to be cool and elegant, sophisticated.
God.
I was like that. So what are you doing at the weekend, James? And he said, we're going to, maybe it's the Kepler house in Bath.
Right.
I'm like that. I think I've heard of Kepler. Is it a telescope or something? I was thinking. I'm like that. Oh, right. Why are you going there? And, my son's really interested in science. I'm like, okay, yeah, it probably is. I think it is a telescope something. I don't know whether it is Kepler now. I can't remember. I'm like that. Oh, right. And he's like that. Yeah, I'm excited because he discovered Uranus. And I went...
God's sake.
Killing myself laughing.
Trying to do a fucking business deal and you're giggling at Uranus. This is...
Because it's never not funny.
I don't know. To be fair, if that just came up at an end of a meeting, I would laugh.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
discovered Uranus. I'm like that. He's barely even looked at it. How does he know? Anyway, Aquarians are innovative and visionary because they're ruled by Uranus,
Yep.
the planet of technology and innovation. Amazing that Uranus is somehow the planet of technology. Or Uranus, if you want. Yet technology wasn't around when the stars and horoscopes were invented.
Look, AI's not flawless, all right?
No, okay, true. And maybe neither is horoscopes.
Yeah, who knows?
They're future-focused, they're team-oriented leaders, and they're adaptable to change,
Great.
which you need in a fast-moving market.
Yeah.
And if you're an Aquarius and ruled by Uranus, I know I am, I'm a fucking slave to it.
You're an idiot.
Wind back to the episode about Paris, and then you'll know why.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to get in nice and low and close to
Low and
give
close.
Uranus, Aquarians, business horoscope. This is for you this week. This week, your innovative ideas take centre stage. With Uranus empowering your creativity, it's time to push the boundaries of what's possible. Could smart a bit.
Yeah, right.
Focus on sustainability and forward-thinking solutions. Your ability to stay ahead of the curve will keep you set apart from collaborators. From competitors, excuse me. Collaboration is key, so lean on your team's expertise and build momentum together. Remember, the future isn't waiting for anyone. Lead the charge and the world will follow.
I like to lead the charge. Electric vehicles. Yeah.
He's good, isn't he?
Yeah, gorgeous that.
He really is good. I mean, this is becoming more and more human. It is a human, obviously. We haven't just programmed a bot with the writings of Simon Sinek, Gary Vaynerchuk, Grant Caldoni,
Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins. We were going to do another one.
Wayne Dyer.
Wayne Dyer. We'll add Wayne Dyer and ask him to read some Wayne Dyer. But yeah, I think that's really good. Just
gorgeous.
make sure that you lead the charge this week, Aquarians.
Love that. Pod maintenance?
Podmin.
Podmin. Sorry, Podmin. Like, follow, subscribe, comment.
Yeah.
And if you're only going to do one of those things, subscribe.
Please subscribe. It makes such a difference. We'd really appreciate it. We're trying to get to 100 before February, the end of February.
Yeah, Feb 28th.
Yeah. My birthday's February the 26th, if you'd like to send a gift.
If we do it by John's birthday, we'll do something really special.
Nice. Something special for John T?
Yeah.
Or something special John T has to do?
Both.
I hope it involves butter.
Right. Bye.
Bye. Hey, thanks for joining us on the 5-Star Pod, and thanks for being part of this weird little community. If it's your first time here, then please hit that subscribe button and join us next time. We want you to be a part of this too. And just remember, if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, and salutes like a fucking Nazi, it's probably a fucking Nazi. You don't need those people in your life. You got this. Go get 'em, champ.